I'm Gus K. I was born 4/30/45. When I graduated high school, I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York. I wanted to be an actor. I also took private voice lessons, and I sang in clubs. And my biggest disappointment was when I gave up acting and went back home to Union, was I auditioned for Hello, Dolly. And I passed the singing, and they called me back. So I thought they were going to ask me to sing again. They wanted me to dance. But for the show, I couldn't dance. So I lost the part in the chorus because I couldn't dance. Those days, you had to be a dancer and a singer. I had the great voice, but I was klutzy on my feet. I did play a part in Gypsy. It was Tulsa. Once my clothes were shabby, tailors called me cabby, so I took a bow. I bebop, a bop, bop, boo, bop, a bop, bop. But I had to dance a little bit, but I did learn the steps, and I improvised, and I got through the part. My funny Valentine, sweet little Valentine, you gave your love to me. As I gotten older, my voice is not what it used to be, but there's still something there. I'm just an up person. When I gave up acting, my family always vacationed in Asbury Park. I don't know if you know where Asbury Park is. They always wanted me to go down, but I lived in the village. I had an exciting life in the village, and I didn't want to go down the shore. But my brothers and sisters were always there. My mom and dad said, "You're going to Asbury Park on vacation with the family." Came down, met a wonderful girl, was with her for 30 years. We never married. She died of cancer. She was the love of my life. Sorry. I never remarried. I have a girlfriend now. And I'm very happy now. But to this day, I still miss her. And I ended up moving to Asbury Park, a place I never wanted to go with my family after I met her. And then I got into retail. I became a I didn't have a profession. And after being a salesman, I became a manager. I was managing a store for 20 years. Men's clothing store called Joseph A. Bank. And I was with them till I hurt myself. I fell off a roof, and I went to rehabilitation for about 1.5 years. Complete Care, which is in Bricktown. I got better. I'm proud of myself. I couldn't walk, I couldn't move, and now I'm functioning so much better. I have the walker. I could even use a cane now, which I couldn't do about 1 year ago. So I've come a long way, and I'm proud of myself. I don't know, my personality, the way I am, you know? I love the arts. I've seen over 100 Broadway shows. I did a lot of shows in the Catskills. I had to build up a resume, so you do shows off Broadway. Why not to build up your resume? That's when I was doing the acting. I was in Knoxville, Tennessee. I did a couple of shows there when I was still performing. And my best part there was playing Nikki Arnstein in Funny Girl, the musical Funny Girl. I'm the greatest star, I am by far, but no one knows it. That's why I was born. I'll toot my horn till someone shows it. I just got here 4 or 5 months ago, but they're learning me. There's a bunch of guys I play cards with. We play poker. I do the bingo. I go out with the bus. In fact, I sing on the bus, and everyone goes, "Oh, Gus, you have a great voice." I don't get into that I was an actor or singer before, but they said, "You sound really good." And I get the bus up by singing. They come, "It's great, Gus, keep singing." I love it here. I'm very happy here. I feel like I'm in a condominium and have all these extra activities to do here. Um, but I really love it here. Pursue your dreams. I gave up too soon. I wish I didn't give up what I was starting to do. The acting and singing, I didn't give myself enough time. When I got rejected with Hello Dolly, I said, "Gus, it's time to get into a different profession or do something else. And everybody said, "Don't quit." I also have to say, when I was at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, I did a scene with Robert Redford, who was a student in my school, and we did a short play together. And when I saw him as Robert Redford, I said, "My God, that's the Robert Redford I did my scene with. But I also was on Days of My Life, Days of Our Lives. I had a bit part. I auditioned for a crowd scene. I played a bartender at Luke and Laura's wedding. It was the big deal in the 70s or 80s. And Elizabeth Taylor was a guest. She did a bit part. I met her. And I got very friendly with the producers of General Hospital to a point where they loved my bartending so much, I bartended a lot of their parties. And I don't know if you're familiar with Jane Wyman. She's a big actress. She won an Academy Award. She was a guest at their house. And then I saw her a few weeks later at a black tie, and I said, "Miss Wyman, so nice to see you again." She said, "Please call me Jane, Gus." "Your name is Gus?" I said, "Yes, my name is Gus. Just call me Jane." And I met a lot of great people in my life. I'm very fortunate.